What's up, guys, and welcome to the channel. Um, I decided to start this channel to do some audit. So we're going to audit the audit actually. I enjoy watching these First Amendment audits, so I said, why not give them an audit on their audits? So yeah. um, this video that we got here is from a channel called Freedom's Not Free. The link is in the description. Pretty good video. I think it was a pretty good audit. It did a really good job. So let's go ahead and check it out, and we want to comment while we are watching it. So the interesting part start at 3 minutes. So let's forward here. Here we go.
Sir, can I help you with something? This is private property. You can't be down here filming.
Okay, this is the first thing that I noticed. You see how close he is to the auditor, invading his space. That's one of the things that I see a lot of audits have situation with this. They normally come up to their face like, come on, have some social distance with all of this COVID. Why don't you keep your distance? You know, and that's a way to intimidate the auditor, you know, they just come up to their face. Now, if the auditor was to do that, that would be a problem, right? But, you know, you cannot allow them to come into your space. Like, give me distance. You know, I see other auditors try to work on that. Like, don't come up to me, you know, because if you do that, they're going to take it as a threat, you know, but they can do it. Like, they can just come up to you, come up to your face. You know, I think that's pretty rude. And, you know, he's trying to intimidate him doing that.
Sir. 6th Street of Base. Hey, just FYI, I was down at Home Street. I'm down here at the off-site tower. Can you go ahead and call for KCPD?
The thing that I love about this audit was the silent treatment. Like, silent treatments are always good. Like, it get people triggered when they don't answer to them. You know, I don't know why it get them that upset uh when the auditor doesn't respond or you do the silent treatment. But I think it's always really good with the silent treatment. Like, you don't have to answer to them. Like, they feel like the auditor must answer to them. Why? No, you don't have to answer. So
Sir.
silent treatment is always good. I love it.
Can I ask you what you're doing?
34.
Sir. Sir.
Social distance.
There you go. That's what I wanted to hear. You see, he told him, give him social distance, like, because it's pretty rude from him to be all up in his space, coming up to his face. You know, if he was to do that, like, I always see the auditor, they keep their distance. They don't go up to the person and putting the camera to their face, but the other person feel like, okay, I'm going to come up and do that to you. Like, no, you know, try to keep that distance and make them know that they should also give you that distance. So good point to him for telling him to give him social distance, to keep, you know, because he was all up in his face, you know. That's not cool. So good that he spoke up and tell him to back off or give him distance, you know.
Excuse me?
Social distance.
Why are you down here filming? Can you answer my question?
Another thing, he's not even wearing a mask with all this pandemic COVID-19 stuff, and he's not wearing a mask and coming up to the guy's face like that. So that's another thing.
Sir, can you answer my question?
He doesn't have to answer your questions. That's the point. He doesn't. Oops. Just get them mad, not getting an answer. I love it.
You ain't got nothing better to do on a Tuesday. This is it.
Pretty good. So now let's forward to, well, I think something interesting.
Can you at least answer me why you're down here filming?
Now, here I'm gonna have to take some points from the auditor. You see how you start walking up to him? Like, you shouldn't have to back off because you're not doing nothing wrong. So I don't see why is he backing off and like, because he's trying to intimidate him, obviously, but he should stand his ground. But no, obviously he does it because he has a weapon, he has a gun. If he was to push him like, don't do that to me, he would be in a lot of trouble. So that's a bully move from him to come up to him and make him back away. Now let's move to the next interesting part here. Let's forward. He's still doing
Police coming.
He's still doing the silent treatment. Now, I gotta take some points from him asking if the police is coming. I hear a lot of auditors say that, and that's just want to show like if they're antagonizing the police, like I'm here, I'm gonna wait for the police like to get a confrontation, or are you detained? Why do you have to wait for the police? That's look like you're expecting them to come or you want them to come. So I, I I really don't like when they like to ask, do you call the police? Well, I can't run. I gotta wait now for the police to come. Screw that. You're not detained. You didn't did anything wrong. Why are you gonna wait for the police to come? You know?
Are the police coming?
What do you care if the police coming or not? Did you did something wrong? He didn't did anything wrong for him to ask if the police coming, so I'm going to wait for them and all of that. If you didn't did anything wrong, you don't have to wait for the police. If he wants to call the police, that's on him. And if you leave and gone home and police comes and, well, nobody's here, yeah, he went away. Yeah, well, he didn't did anything wrong. Why should he stay there? So normally the auditor would say, I don't want the police to be chasing me. I don't want to look like I'm running away, but whatever. You don't have to wait. You didn't did anything wrong. So let's forward to when the cops arrive, which I gotta say they did a great job also. He handled them really good. Not quite sure.
How you doing?
Not quite sure if the cops knew about the auditing stuff or not, but at least they didn't detain him or did any of that.
Can I get you guys' name and badge number first?
Good thing right there. The first thing you must ask for that a lot of auditors don't do is get names and badge number. That will show if they're coming in a tyrant mode, or if they're at least upholding their policies to identify their stuff like that. Some of them wouldn't even do that. Like they would come all rude and the auditor can I get your name and badge number, and he like, well, he just starts speaking and he doesn't give him any of that. That from this point, from you ask them name and badge number, if they cannot give you that simple detail, it's going to go south, or they're you know they're not so happy with what you're doing or something.
Sure. There you go. My name's Walk. That's Hill with the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department.
And what's your badge number?
Well, this is just it's kind of a cloth badge.
Do you have an ID number?
Yeah, I do. 5163 is mine.
5163?
Yep, Officer Hill, 5406.
That's what we want. You see, at least they start with the basic name and badge number. That's pretty easy. Sometimes the cops will make a big deal just to give them the name and badge number. And if they cannot give you that, I would say most auditors shouldn't even speak to them. Some of them say, I'm not going to speak to you because you didn't ID. And actually, that's how it should be, At least they should have the ID.
Okay.
The employees, now what, a little weirded out because they're filming, and of course you do have the right to be on a public street to film,
Right.
but you can understand where maybe an employee's like, oh my God, you know, where's this going? Why is he filming, and where's it going? You know, so can you help us with that?
I'm just a private journalist working on a story.
Another good check mark point for the auditor. Not saying that he's doing a First Amendment audit or any of that. Just say that he's doing something legal. You know, doesn't give much detail. He's a journalist or whatever. You know, good point for him for not disclosing that he's doing a First Amendment audit or any of that. You know, some auditors to stay out of trouble, they will give up their, oh, I'm doing a First Amendment audit. Like, so, you know, just say that you're doing something legal.
Can you understand how some employees that work for the hospital a little bit creeped out, like, oh my God? Can you kind of understand their point?
Not really. I don't see, a guy with a camera as a threat. I don't understand.
Well, because nobody is filming you, right?
Huh?
But if somebody was filming you
I get
at your
filmed
place
every
of
day.
employment,
Are you guys
wouldn't
wearing
you feel
body
a little
cameras?
uncomfortable with that?
I get filmed.
No, he's not going to feel uncomfortable about it. You know, they normally they ask this question to the auditors all the time. If I was to go to your out, if somebody was recording you, you know, and he does a good answer, you know, because at the end of the day, if I'm doing it, it's because it's legal. And if somebody do it to me, I'm not going to be mad because I already know it's legal, you know. So that's another good point for him.
Every day, everywhere I'm at,
But
practically.
I'm just telling you, if somebody was filming you in your place of employment coming to work, wouldn't you get offended? Wouldn't
No,
you be like,
no,
not if they're not
It's
if
legal.
it's in public and I don't have any expectation of privacy. I'm
you
fine
don't have
with
any
it.
expectation of privacy? Why not?
Huh?
Why don't you?
When you're out in public, you don't have an expectation of
Oh, I
privacy.
see what you're saying.
Okay, I didn't understand.
Oh, and citizens know the law more than officers, huh?
Your statement. That's all.
Well, that is why we are here. So, just so I understand, you are not going to stop filming, and you're going to continue to make people uncomfortable.
I'm gonna finish what I was working on, and I'll probably be out of here. But
That's all.
Another good point for him. You saw what the cop was trying to do to get him to say, to incriminate himself, you know, and what he said, you're not going to start filming. Okay, that's true. And you got to stay here and keep making people uncomfortable. You see, he's trying to get him into something, but he didn't fall for it. I'm not going to accept your statement that you're trying to incriminate me to something. So you got to be really careful when you're answering to police officers. They're going to say and make you answer it a yes or no or to their statement that they are giving you. So good, you can see he didn't answer to that statement like say yes, you know, to incriminate himself to something. Yeah, I'm going to stay here and make people, no, no, I'm going to stay here and film until I feel I can go. Not your statement. Your statement is totally wrong.
Okay,
but he came all aggressive with me and stuff.
He's
I
doing
just
his job.
so I wasn't even gonna talk to him. So I was gonna just wait for you guys to get here and
Well,
handle
there's
it.
absolutely nothing illegal with what you're doing. You're
Nothing illegal. They knew from the beginning, but they still wanted to test him out. You can see they knew. They knew something, but they just still wanted to, you know.
exactly right.
Handle
Well, there's
it.
absolutely nothing illegal with what you're doing. You're exactly right. You do have the freedom to stand in a public street,
They already knew. Come on, they knew. They knew.
film whatever you want. Just keep in mind you are making people uncomfortable, and so with that in mind, just be real nice to people and
Now, this is the part I don't like. Why is he giving him directed? Just be nice to people. Like, excuse me. 40, 50 years old. I think I know if I want or not be nice to people. You know, do I have to be nice to people? Is there a law about that? You know, I, 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 li- I don't like that part so much, but I don't think he
let
really
them
Right.
know
liked
that,
that.
hey,
I didn't say a word to anybody. I just
You know, some auditors will tell them, yeah, don't run with scissors. I like when when the auditors tell them that, yeah, don't run with scissors, cross when the light is on red. And like, I'm pretty old to know what and what I can't do, you know. They like to give him directive like they're a child, like be nice to people, okay? Like, come on. I know if like
Well, that would actually creep me out, honestly. You never say a word to me when you got a camera in my face.
Right.
That would make me a little uneasy, just so you know.
Well,
I'm just saying.
everybody's
You got
you know, he's obviously mad that he cannot do anything about it. So that's why he's saying that. You're mad. You're mad, bro.
your right to your opinion. I have my right to mine.
That's right.
You got it.
Overall, pretty good audit. I gotta say, pretty good job. I'll give this audit maybe between a 7 or 8. You know, pretty good, guys. So if y'all want to watch the full video, I'm gonna place the link in the description, and you know, you can go watch that Freedom's Not Free videos. I'm going to be posting more of these audits review, so go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification for when I post the next review. Until the next one.